boys got out to a 4-goal lead, but you managed to really rein them in and put yourselves in a position to almost win the game. How do you sort of view the last portion of the match? And you just weren't able to sort of finish the job.
Yeah, you're right. We just couldn't quite gain ascendancy. I thought they were on top around clearances early, centre back. Oh, we started okay, so there's just a few different things throughout the game. Then ultimately, it's probably they overtake opportunities a bit more easily than we were, you know. And then did we overplay, not going off where we shifted the ball? Like, I feel like we did. That's probably how players feel. So we played a pretty good front half game. Like we had like something like 22-12. So like Adelaide against them last week had 24. We had 22, but we just didn't go at the efficiency. And off shifts, we just should have gone. So I think there's some learnings, and it was a bit of a moving feast. You know, we turned it early over in the first or second when we're coming out, but we got rid of that. And then they'll just overscore a little bit out of D mid. But yeah, we're not confused. We just want to have a good look at it. I'm probably going to be conservative until I have a good look at it. But I thought our spirit, you know, we obviously pretty special night and a challenging night. We really want to show the esteem we hold for Spud and acknowledge the work that's been put into that space by the whole AFL community, and particularly Spud and the Danny Frawley Centre. So withstanding that, we've got to be able to focus on an AFL game. So I thought we can only show the esteem we hold him in and what he meant to the club by playing with pretty good spirit. I thought we never gave up. They got some real capability. There's some good lessons for Wilson and Garcia and Boxall and that we need to learn pretty quick, because we're, you know, I think they deserve to win, but if we could have done, you know, if, buts, maybes, maybe it's a different look. So, I need to go away and have a good look at it. Yeah, but I thought for the night, we played with spirit. We weren't slick. We probably overplayed a little bit. Like their number one intercept team, I think they had 11 to halfway through the second. They maybe finished with 6 more for the game. So we tidied that up, but maybe at a cost. Maybe better off let them intercept a bit, but we're probably scoring a bit more.
You mentioned the start of the game, obviously with Spud.
I can't hear more.
Sorry, it was obviously a very emotional start to the game. Before the game, you know, with the ceremony, is it almost, because it is quite an emotional topic? Do you almost have to sort of get the players aside again just before the first match?
No, I just walked off. I think it was a moment in time. Yeah, I wouldn't overplay. I think it's a moment in time. Yeah, just walk. Yeah, I think we all reflect, and they're pretty mature players and they deal with it. I think we've been making excuses. Carlton dealt with it. But I think it was done well. 66,000, raised 170,000 for the foundation, and all kudos to the AFL community. But, you know, if I put my AFL hard-ass coach on, we'd be frustrated and we want to improve quick. So we need to learn some lessons out of it.
Ross, you go down in contested possessions and in stoppages. How significant was that?
I can't hear you.
You talk about building from the inside out. How significant was that?
Yeah, no, it was challenging. Not by much. Like centre square bounce scores 1-1 to 2-1. Around the ground, we kicked 3-2 to 4 points. Yeah, clearances around the ground 23 to 32. So they're +9. That's about when they win. They're about +12.
Yep.
Yeah, we weren't as good as we've been, but it's not excuses. Like they're very experienced and big, and Dakota and Marshall had a great battle.
Yep.
Cripps and Steele had a great battle. You tick that off, and then McRae and Hewitt had a great battle. But then you're going Walsh and Cherrett, Boxall and Garcia. So, they were able to get it done last week, but I would think they would tell you we didn't get it done against those guys today. So that's just a challenge in development.
Yep.
They're just the facts, right? But it's not an excuse. We got it done last week, so they have to put their learnings on. We injected Sinclair and Naz. We thought they gave bits of lift, but you're robbing Peter to play Paul a little bit. So that's what I'd say. I don't think that's It's not being cute. It's just presenting a fact to you that we've got a second game player and a 16-game player playing on a third-round pick with what's Cherry at now? I don't know, 120 games, and Walsh was a first-round number 1 pick with 150 games. Like, they should get put through more consistently, but at times they're going to be able to stand up and we get some momentum. So, Philippou coming back will inject him. It was a big effort by him not to have played a game and whatever that rehab was from our long time ago. So, yeah, we'll look to inject him. So, yeah, we just got to keep building and get better.
Yep. How much did it hurt you losing Higgins for that last quarter when you were...
Losing who?
Higgins.
Yeah, he had a tough week. He almost didn't play. He had a scan on his calf, didn't train. He was all right. Then he felt it, and then he was really quite unwell. So, yeah, we'll put our arms around him and try and get him up for Perth. So, yeah, no, Lance come on, had a 15-minute burst. We struggled to get him back on. That didn't cost us.
How did you see the match-up between Wilkie and Curnow? Curnow had a very good start to the game, kicked 3 goals in just over a quarter, but seemed to hold him pretty well. After just after quarter time.
Yeah, I think it was a really good match-up. I thought there was a lot of one-on-one contests. 3 goals early is a good reward. I can't remember how I got them all. And then Wilkie, as always, fought back. So, yeah, I think you come to footy and see good players. Yeah.
Ross, the ruck duel tonight between Rowan Marshall and Tom de Koning. In the first half, it appeared that Tom probably had the better of the duel, but after half-time, it seemed like an adjustment was made, probably tactically or instructionally from yourself, with Rowan maybe just working on the way that he was trying to get around Tom, from a centre bounce and a stoppage point of view.
Yeah, I think you're right. De Koning was on top early. Rowe I think he grabbed it a fair bit out of the ruck and showed his back, but then I thought the second quarter Rowe had a terrific second, and then maybe around the ground in the third. But yeah, I didn't drill into it that much, but certainly they'd both walk away saying they had moments,
Was Howard okay towards the end? Ross, he looked like he was trailing the kind of ball a bit.
Was Howard okay? We've got to check him, yeah. He just had a bit of an adductor last week. We think he's okay. But, yeah, no, we're disappointed. We lick our wounds, get back on the horse. So we get a bit of a longer break, and all kudos to Carlton, and we're disappointed. So thank you.
Naz seemed to have a little bit of an ankle issue. Is he all
He
right?
got trod on.
Yeah.
He got trod on.
He's all right. Yeah.
The modern day boot's quite nasty.
Thanks, guys.
They wear slippers.